for watching. So here we have some balloons. We have 4 different colors, 10 each, and we have 4 of the yellows. And we'll be using that towards the end of doing the balloon columns. So here I blew up the orange balloon, have it to like a medium size. And over there I did some more balloons, or I had, did it ahead of time. So then we go ahead and we get the blue balloon and, blow it up and, twist tie just the same way we did the orange. And we're going to definitely take the orange and the blue, put it side by side just to make sure that they're the same size, because you don't want to do the column and you have uneven balloons and then your column just looks really floppy. So I'm just going to continue to blow up some more of the balloons. Make sure they're like the same size roughly. And we're going to continue to finish all the blues. So now, since we're done with the blue, we're on to the black, and pretty much doing the same thing that we did with the orange and the blue. We're gonna just blow them up, twist tie, and just to make sure they're all like I said, roughly the same size. We want a nice, neat balloon column that goes straight up, and we'll finish up with the blacks. So once we're done with the black, now on to the last and final set. Oh yes, the green. So yeah, same thing, twist tie the green as well. At this point, since we went through all the other colors, I pretty much know the size to make the balloons, because they're all 12-inch balloons, medium size. And from there, we'll finish up with the last of the green. So in this portion of the video now, we have all the balloons that we've blown up, pretty much medium size. So from here, we'll take 2 balloons. We're gonna make them into a double. So twist tie the balloon. So with the color pattern that we're gonna use, we're gonna do green, orange, and then the other color that we will use as well, as you can see on the floor over there, is black and blue. So once you tie the green and the orange, next is the black and the blue. We will do it for the other set as well. So at this point, we put all the balloons in the double, and then we are going to make them into quads now. So with the quads, we are, doing the same pattern with the green and the orange, the black and the blue. And from there, once we have them in the quads, we'll start stacking them up. now since all of them are, you know, in the quads, we have to make sure that, you know, for all the quads, the pattern has to be the same. It has to be the black and the green on the bottom part of the quad, and then the orange and the blue on top of the quad. By, you know, putting them in order like how I'm doing it, it will be easier to see the pattern for each of the quads. Because if it's not in the right pattern, and when you try to go do the column, it's just going to look off, because you may have a green going up in a swirl, and then boom, here comes orange in the mixture, and you're going to be like, wait a minute, this doesn't look right. So it's very, very, very important to align them like this, and to make sure the pattern is right, because there's times where you may have to twist them around like I did, so just to make sure that everything looks right. So that's how they will look after you're done. All the quads together in order, nice and neat. So next, with the 4 yellow balloons that we had in the beginning, now it's their time to shine. I know they were sitting on that table all by themselves, just so sad and lonely. So these actual balloons are going to be the weight for our column. So as you can see, you know, I filled up the water bottle. So, you know, I could just put the rubber band, what am I talking about? So I could put the balloon right over, you know, the mouthpiece there, and from there we'll just squeeze the water right into the balloon, and, you know, just pretty much squeeze a good amount as you can in there. I'll say roughly just a nice, you know, small size, like so, and twist tie. Just put it off to the side and just finish up the other 3. And we're almost finished. So after the last one is tied, then you should have 4 of them filled with water, and that will be our weight. So afterwards, you will just take the balloons back to the table, where we're going to use the white ribbon to tie the balloons up together, and pretty much you will tie those up into a quad as well. Alright, once we're done tying that up, we are going to just move that right on over back to where we have our quads. So here, you know, we'll start with the first quad, and from there You'll just take the water balloon quad that we make. We'll place that right underneath our quad, starting our balloon column, and you'll just take the ribbon and just go around and around, in and out. And I pretty much fast forwarded a bit, as you can see. And as you are building your quad of balloons into the column, you're definitely going to keep that same pattern I was telling you about earlier, with the black and the green and the orange and the blue. So you definitely keep that same pattern going all the way up to the top. And as you are building the column, make sure they are all in that same pattern, but you do a little twist in it as well. So you put a little twist in the pattern as you spiral up. All right, so now we're heading back over to the table, to the electric balloon pump, and from here we are going to use the foil balloon. I had purchased this from the Dollar Tree. They have them in so many different colors, in so many different shapes. And from here I'm going to inflate the balloon. Just do a couple puffs in it. You don't want to do too much at once, because you may add too much air and pop goes the weasel, and we don't want that. So yeah, just make sure it's a good amount of air in there. Just squeeze on it a couple of times. Make sure it's nice and firm. And from there, once it's nice and firm, take a look at it, make sure it's good to your liking. And from there, we're actually going to apply a picture. So it's a balloon with a picture on it. And then, of course, the tape that I had showed earlier. Use a couple pieces, fold it over, attach it to the back of the photo picture. And from there, put in a couple little areas. I'll say maybe like 5, pieces of tape should be pretty good to put on the photo. If anything, when you put the picture on the balloon, if it looks like the edges needs a little bit more tape, just go ahead and rip a couple pieces off and stick it right underneath there, and it should be good. So now, once the picture is done, we're going to head back over to the column. And look how tall that column is. OMG. Taller than me. Ain't that something? Only about 5'2", 5'3". Now, you see, to the point where I actually had to step on a chair because I could not reach the top. Well, we had to go to the top because we have to put the last item on our balloon column. The beautiful picture. Oh, and you could say my 7-foot tall balloon column. Wow! All right. All right, looks fun. So here we are, the final product my big, tall, 7-foot balloon column with the beautiful picture on top. Look how nice the spiral is. Look how the balloons are a nice size from top to bottom. And here's the photo. Look how tall that is.